everybody! Welcome back, welcome back. Hi Nagitona, hi Harukito, hi Coolside, hi Simon, hi Airline God, hi Acadia, is that it? Hello, hello. I hope everybody has been having a good week so far. Let's see. I have! I sent a text to my mom this morning about Steve Buscemi, and it auto-corrected to Steve Bus Emoji, and that made me laugh. I've been carrying that with me all day. Hi Mycening, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're back with Steve Bus Emoji. Hi Dan. Hi Butters, welcome, welcome. Again, we're back with Slay the Princess. Fortunately, I cannot report that I've had some major revelations. Yeah, I think there's only... I mean, there's really mainly two ways to take this. There is... I mean, I guess so the main question is still... Is this all sort of about one figure or two figures? Because I think that's the natural way to take things at the beginning, is... I keep waiting for that jump scare to happen with that music. Whether they're separate people, both sort of trapped in the same sort of story, but has everything sort of gone more towards these are different parts of the same person somehow, but it hasn't all quite... Or I guess there's always the... Again, it's the metaphor for the Cold War. Always go there. Seems like the game screen is frozen. Oh, I haven't done anything yet. Here's the mouse now. But we can continue. We've never done these options. That's still an option. I don't know where this will get us. Oh, this is such a good track. I'll say nothing about speculation. That's good. I used to be like more shy about saying things because you don't want it's embarrassing to get something so completely wrong, but now I'm like, I just gotta go for it. It's fun to look back on. So we haven't done one of these. Would like to see where this goes, and then we'll continue. I don't quite remember what other options we haven't necessarily tried, but I think I'll figure it out. Chat Eyes reminds me of the City of Tears from Hollow Knight. That's a good one. The Hollow Knight OST is lovely. Destroy our own body. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
No. Try attack the entity. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens. I wasn't expecting it to. Although there's sort of like extra weight there as we attack the ghost.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. A yearning heart, bring the specter to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Reminded of the narrator again, just want to hear this for a second.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
He's great. I haven't... People mentioned it's the... Someone from the Magnus Archives, which I haven't listened to. But I have friends that are really into it. Let's go to the cabin.
You make your way up.
Lead to cabin. I don't think we've like tried killing her without the knife, for
The
instance.
interior of the cabin.
Or the basement.
The door to the basement.
Hi! Yeah, the Magnus Archives, it feels like... I like everything about, like, archival studies, for instance. I asked my friends if I'd like it, and they said it's, like, on the edge of like, the horror part is just on the edge of too much, but this hasn't really been bothering me. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Hello, hero.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Look at the yeah, so I don't totally remember where what I need to do from these parts, but let's find out. Do some more talking first.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Enemies. Oh yeah, I remember we left the knife and then it like appeared again, didn't it?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
How can we break the chains?
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Oh, there's
You attempt to make your way out
I
of
could
the
wait with
basement,
her,
but the door
for
at the top of the
instance.
stairs slams shut. You hear the click.
Turn.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah. By slaying here.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Not really, I just didn't know what to do.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
I feel like doing this after. You should expect that doing this after she tried to chew her arm out.
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
It's so good with like sort of staying within the same style but differentiating it. This sort of like animalistic look here with the eyes. I like the sort of blending of the tear ducts into that shape.
Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Play the princess.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Give up, finish the job. Maybe she'll bleed out. Finish the
You
job.
steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What is about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised.
A duty to state the facts.
Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job.
Duty is a really interesting way of putting it.
You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Another monster.
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
Over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
I'm sure you will.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And we die. The witch. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay, who do we have?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We get coach physical instrument.
I can assure you, if he doesn't remember what happened, brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Hi, opportunist.
You know I can hear you, right? Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see more what the opportunist says.
Those are two very different. Let's say for a moment you died. We were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options.
Morally ambiguous. I guess if we knew less, it would be more morally ambiguous, but...
We did our best with the information we were given. And we did kill her.
We did.
And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what do you mean? Of course there were... Yes, had you failed to slay the that's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we?
You are fairly aware of story conventions, I see.
You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world. Just be quick about it.
Yeah, I think we've asked these.
Right, now,
What do we have?
a warning, but she will lie. Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Lead to the cabin.
The interior of
Ooh.
the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's check the mirror as well. Okay, who? Hi Dylan, hi Numbus. Hi Coolside, hi Skilbo, welcome.
That's because there's Jeff, but he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
Now you're siding with the narrator?
Oh, I'm sure we look great. If only there was some sort of reflective surface we could examine. Absolute shame there isn't anything like that around here.
So you can't. You're not aware.
You do see it, right? I don't know how to read you. I see all sorts of things. But do you see the mirror? It's a simple yes or no question. Help me out here, will you? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous part. So focus up.
We'll just do a quick check.
Walk up is really... You reach forward and... Well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case closed. Good work, everyone.
Well done, us. The blade.
Take the blade from the shelf. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yeah, where are we getting... Called it the witch. Are we getting, like, old crone, or... Thought we might get, like, a furry after last time.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Maybe a bit of both? I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy.
The Princess Witch, though. Didn't you see the title card?
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
I want to hear what everyone has to say.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
I can debate for a while here.
Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Ooh.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Still locked down.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
And it foiled.
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine.
I guess there's something about, like, objective versus subjective reality there.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Why is it your world and not, like, our world?
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
That sounds nice.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Let's see. We both died last time. Can't bygones be bygones? Gesture of goodwill. Leave her. Slay the princess, slay the princess. I do want to talk. Let's start with this one. I get the sense they are not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Yeah, it could. Our delivery could have been better. You scared me, okay? When you started gnawing your arm off, it scared me, so I stabbed you. Things got a bit out of hand.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder.
Fair.
And you started it.
Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Yeah, what was this? What would this get us? Play the princess. Why? Let's apologize first. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. Well, if you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I guess the cat look also sort of fits that we're meant to be a bird. What? Why do I have the nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Give her the blade. I'm interested in... Let's see what we can do. And like I said, I'm interested in the talking. We can't talk if we stab her, right? Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Or not for killing you. We've got to get you out of here somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Oh.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I mean, how would leaving work now? Okay, let's leave. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill.
You can't be serious.
Oh, I am.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no.
I don't think she needs... The thing is, I don't think she needs it to kill us. She has claws.
As do I. I, abstain?
Overruled.
You abstain? She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet.
Even the princess was surprised.
She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Hello.
What do you think happens now?
We're gonna get out of here? We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. You want that? I don't. We can be better than this.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
Oh.
And then she buries the blade in your heart. What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
She's got like a super villain pose there. She's about to like JoJo pose.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, Past Life Gambit. Hand your power to a suspicious character.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, this is different.
I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
First chapter 3, you've been dodging things like a champ. I didn't know. Oh, Mittens is back.
Ho ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me
Oh,
more.
oh no, there's 2 of them.
Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to? Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. So maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence.
We will break the cycle.
You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
Yeah, what's the deal here, narrator?
It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now? Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once.
Twice.
Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
This place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading.
Our grip on things?
Someone's in the know.
Yeah.
I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her.
There was the mention of the narrator being an echo, and it is all the same voice actor. So I guess there is the... The narrator could possibly be something like the hero who's already been through this, for instance. Yeah, already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult the task will be.
You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except the thoughts of her.
You sure seem to be taking the whole looping thing in stride.
What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice. So you knew this could happen. Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not get into it.
You mean you're supposed to be the first?
I don't care about where we came from, and I don't care to discuss the theory of anything. I yearn only to bring her freedom. I'm here to feel, not to think.
Don't think, just feel.
Then we can all move on, and forget what I said about failure. It's important that you believe in yourself, and the fact you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. It sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already. I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
We're even now. I'm sure she understands that. We can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin.
Yes, good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room. I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan.
What plan?
Trust in what plan?
Yeah.
The Decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself.
Oh no, not the plan with the capitalized A. It's been a while since I heard people use that.
There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion. We're supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free. If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. And you should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
Yeah, what happens if we just leave? I think we know, but what do you have to say about it?
She gets out is what happens. Maybe not right away, but eventually. And a world that's doomed tomorrow is just as bad as a world that's doomed today. He's a bummer, isn't he? All doom this and doom that. There's more to the world than how and when it will end. Love is what makes everything worth doing.
A big bummer.
Whatever you do, don't listen to this one. He's ridiculous. Whatever he wants you to do, do the opposite.
No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
These poppies? I love splashes of color. Yeah, not to bring up Project Moon again, but I love the way they use like little splashes, particularly with the flowers in one of the chapters in Limbus. What kind of animal ears are you supposed to have? I'm not entirely sure what the artist intended. I like to say sheep, even though I know they don't really look like sheep ears.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it... Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
Is there a basement behind her? Are we going through the mirror? Or is this all gonna be... We are the monster.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
I mean, we could be a point and click. We can look for it.
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
How do we even get down there? The only thing I see is that mirror.
You're right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go. But there isn't a mirror. I still don't get his angle here. Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place. And that's why we haven't yet won her heart. We can't
sorry.
go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance.
The question here, what are we gonna see? Are we gonna... the princess in the mirror? Are we gonna... see ourselves?
So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror?
I have to walk through the mirror?
I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
No, the mirror's in the way. Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features. It went away when we touched it last time.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough. Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it?
To the thorns?
Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Enter the basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
Symbolism.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know what anything wants from me either. Just want to talk. Really talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Proceed down the stairs.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation.
Still has the knife.
At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
No. I mean, I know I compliment the guard and all of them, but I really like this one as well. Turn and leave. I'm just reading all of them. I wouldn't hold it against you. I'm here to free you. I can cut you free, but you have to give me the blade. Reach for the blade and a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. You still want to wallow in it? Be my guest. Leave. Say nothing. Fine, if you're gonna be like that, I'm gonna leave. Have a nice life. I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you'll let me.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
I'm trapped in a cycle as well. Oh yeah, exactly. There probably will be an option to like stab her in the back afterwards. You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us, but it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
What do you have in mind, Mittens? Reach for the blade. Reach for the blade, we can just ask, can we take the blade? I feel like I just want to ask first. Can I take the blade now?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
Reach for the blade.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her.
You're smitten too.
We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count.
We've been through this, it's not a democracy.
And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I just want my blade back. You're on your own. Set her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right, what he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. and she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still,
Nope.
all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Yeah, the vines are bleeding.
Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip.
Blade is a dashing sword. Every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. That does, I mean, that plus the vines does make it feel like everything is a part of us.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
We've had our ups, we've had our downs.
Can we actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely not. You know as well as I do that we can. And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge. Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss?
Come on, narrator.
You lean in and you kiss her. And
And
she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now? Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh, fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now.
thank you, Random Watcher.
He's making fun of us. It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff. I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
I got the Two Loves Kiss achievement.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
Not gonna last though.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
Oh, I didn't think this far ahead.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Step into the thorns.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Well, what did it? That's the question. What did it do? What did the world do for me to make it not deserve this? Thank you very much, Align God. Miss Claudia, did you kiss? Yes.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving.
Exactly.
We'll weave something new together. Something better. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your okay, I was wondering, are they actually going to give us the answer for the choice? That's why I suddenly I got worried about. Hey, I don't know what's going to happen. I got worried about the mouse being the blade and was like, don't want to put it there. Allow us to step into your freedom.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day.
Got turned.
Irredeemable murderers.
I hear the pressure of that music. Got another achievement.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
You did not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. I think of all the sequences we've done so far, that one is my favorite.
She's gone. Where does she... Oh, there's that...
Approach the mirror.
This... Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I'm happy you found this route. It's most people's number one before the Pristine cut out in some new ones. It's still solidly top 3. Generally one of the greatest paths. It's definitely my favorite thus far, and it's interesting. I had no idea there were like part 3s. That was a really nice route. And I was like, oh, is this like the final one? Is that why I got to 3? But there's more. Now I realize there's more combinations we can find.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze. What do we have? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The remains. You've unraveled. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin. Approach.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
How deep are you into the game? Rug emoji.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? You know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars. And there are people, I think. At least they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Cold is a metaphor for the Cold War. You think that anything is real out there? Think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, Nothing can't exist.
You have thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Do you... What's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. Call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. You have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know, I'm asking you. They'll say he does. I'm gonna kill him. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Would be nice. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One.
Oh,
Whatever
wow.
you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just gonna stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
Oh. Wait.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage?
Schrodinger's cat?
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
I guess if it's a visual novel, they have to have a Schrodinger's cat reference. The box is the game. Okay, I'm launching it again. I don't hate a nice achievements 15 out of 131. That was good. Oh, it takes a little... It's a little slow to open. Give me a second. It's loading. I'll have a sip of tea.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Thank you. Oh, that's really nice. Never left your side. Attempt to outweigh your destiny. Yes, 16 out of 131. No, there used to be like a Twitter account that would just like post visual novels that were making references to Schrodinger's cat. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
There's different quotes for spending time after 1,000 years. Everything goes dark, and you die. A curious heart, bring the thorn to her.
You're on a path in the...
Okay. What's our plan here? I have to think. Knife, no knife? I mean, the knife seems to find its way to us. Inevitably. Just an extension. Flip a coin. Let's leave it.
The door to the basement creaks.
How do we... Where do we want to go? I don't even know at this point. I think I started with one like, hey, I think I'm here to slay you. We could see where this takes us. I'm losing track of the variations. I'm a little unsure how, like, these variations. Yeah, I'm not asking people to explain them, but the way the chat seems to get a little surprised by them as well makes me think there's some sort of something else besides the choices that is picked. I think I'm here to slay you.
You must have the wrong address.
Great job, you've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could I am begging you to stay.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't done... This is one I remember. What if we just wait together? I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everybody could be happy.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
So you weren't kidding on the stairs. I thought you were just making a bad joke. You were actually sent here to kill me?
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Have to make a choice? We haven't done the... I don't know if we've done just leave. Let's lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Guess the question is, are we going to be shut in?
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her away.
It will be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
I can't even, like, hold the doorknob. It's too short.
Okay, we can make this work.
Yeah.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. Oh, it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Battle of attrition.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Let's just go to bed.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Let me also just make a save, because I haven't...
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Hello.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
I have to say, this is probably the scariest she's looked.
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I may have made the wrong choice.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The night. Oh no.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Oh, who's here with me?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I would take mittens again. I need some levity. I would go to horror games, math. No. It's gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. If he doesn't remember what... Shh. What if he hears us?
Oh no.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Just want to see what Paranoid says.
You died. We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you?
Could have gone better.
No comment.
My idea was to like just sit with her and we could tell stories for thousands of years.
Well then, congratulations. You've been given, and your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, do you think the people, if she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us?
Yeah, she didn't even need a blade.
I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
How about this princess?
Just be quick about
Is there
it.
anything? Yeah, just being around her in the end shut down all of my organs. What am I supposed to do about that?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
To quote you from last time, she's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse. She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get in the cabin and you'll be fine. Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look,
Like we did this one.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative. Why are you trying to manipulate us? I don't know, I kinda like being special. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is. And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him. Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. Do you see the way he keeps pushing us? We have to get out of here.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't...
Straight to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. She will... I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least, she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
See it into the cabin. What have we got? I mean, they've all been pretty spooky. How bad could it be?
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Hello, friends. Yumeniki now?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
This whole cabin is different than I remember it being.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Anything new about the mirror from the paranoid?
Right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two? There's death. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Being silent.
If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else could he be hiding from us? Exactly. Everything he's saying is carefully crafted lies. I'm not lying to you, I promise. There isn't a mirror. Really.
We've always looked at the mirror, I think. Let's just take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
A bomb?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
I think we need something more like holy water. Enter the basement. Oh.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
Hello, friends.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place. It'll be enough.
Step off into the void between the stairs. What if we talk to her?
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Back the way you came? There's not gonna be a way we came back. Go left? A plank or deeper? Or just do nothing? Right is... Or go back. I feel like this is not gonna work.
You turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
No, 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 no.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
What an AoE.
Lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs.
Oh no, chat, that's even more ominous.
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart, lungs, liver. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Keep it up, keep it up.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
You have the knife.
Lungs,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
lungs.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Nerves. She isn't attacking us. Lungs. Why? Liver. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Nerves.
I mean, I would say this does count as an attack.
Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Nerves. Heart. Lungs.
A lot of explore, which is good. We have the
Lungs. Liver. Nerves.
leave, run, slay the princess. Why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
Nerves.
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
Liver. The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop! Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Honestly, this is great, but
You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
One moment,
liver,
and then
nerves,
you're gone.
lungs,
Just
nerves,
like
heart,
that.
lungs, liver,
Ah,
nerves, heart,
and there's the fear.
nerves, heart. She pulls away. Nerves,
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
nerves,
I've already done that.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
what happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then...
And then?
Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
Lungs, liver, nerves.
I don't think I can leave without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
heart,
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, 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 liver, nerves, heart.
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs, liver.
If together run, slay the princess. I don't know here.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
But we can at least find out
lungs, liver,
what she has to say.
heart.
I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. Because now that I know there's a third part, it could get worse.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs
Oh,
you,
that's nice.
doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
People will die if you do to them what you've done to me.
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again. All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen. And maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
Did they take away your flickering? I remember flickering in and out. I turned off, like, one of the settings for... I forget exactly what it was called. But for, like, flashing, that might be something.
Don't worry. I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
I don't think I'm gonna last very long in this state. Yeah, being around you is agony. I'm not gonna stick around.
Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side.
Yeah, I could imagine with that static sound flashing in and out.
I'm not sure what the bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
Guess I'll die.
And then we'll wind up right back where we started. Round and round we'll wonder what will be different next time. Maybe you'll actually be able to move a limb. Who knows?
The devs streamed this game to VA's voice in real time. Jonathan Sims did the chanting in between his normal line. Oh, I want to see that.
I'm always going to win.
Are you sure about that? Give it enough tries and I'm bound to win eventually. Maybe you don't get to come back like I do.
Is that a bet you're willing to take? Imagine climbing a mountain of lifetimes. And when you finally reach the summit, when you finally win, the only view you find is me. And then I push you, and you go tumbling all the way down those millions upon millions of battered and broken pieces of you that couldn't make the cut. What then? Would you have it in you to climb again? It sounds like a lot of effort for nothing. When instead we can just leave this place together. Hand in hand.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
I'm not doing any of this.
Nerves, heart, lungs,
Things could be better next time around.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not gonna try and kill you, so just do your worst.
Are you serious? You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission. Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment, gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
Can't leave me, narrator.
You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. No.
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm... It could get worse.
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
I miss Mittens.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
I'm okay.
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
Opportunist.
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
Over and you're new.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
Old?
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
Hunted.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
Everyone is here.
We love her, so we have to set her free.
Oh, thank goodness.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
Yeah, exactly. We can make it a feast here. You've never let me down.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I don't know. I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong. She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Getting back to his earlier question, how many times have you all been here?
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever, but it also feels like we've barely been here at all. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says, and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
That doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this. And some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here all those times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here. Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her. Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere. Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares?
What is I?
They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers. And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us. And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago. Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence.
No, I like them. Stay where you are. What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that. It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked.
She did.
So many paths, and they're all circles.
Can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized. And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same. Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it. You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either. He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me. He's worse than her.
See it to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there.
Where's the cabin?
Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone.
He makes it gone?
Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
You're the one making it go away?
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Approach the mirror. Giving
Walk
up
the
is
hill,
never an
hesitating
option.
just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
Anything you say, Mittens.
Smash it to pieces. She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
Thank you, Butters.
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Only way forward. You've tried everything else, don't you remember? You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep.
Does it gaze back?
Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
No, thank you.
It's her.
I did not need that answered.
She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Oh. Relax.
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my will and let me out. It'll be so much fun, you and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me, but you'll get to be there too.
The thing with the mask is actually a redesign from the Pristine cut. Prior to that, she'd just be wearing a mask again and just be cracked now. Before the Pristine cut, the mask was the first one just cracked. Design change very welcome. It's a great design. There's a lot I'm appreciating. I mean, I mentioned before, like, I'm not good with horror is what I'd say, but, I have an appreciation from a distance. I appreciate what people can do to evoke horror, and there's often a lot of really interesting design decisions.
A witness.
Witness.
I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your powers so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. You're once something else, a long time ago. Well, was that something you? Or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There's no other ending here. Take her hand and set her free. It's what Mittens would want us to do.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle. Tender, even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
Did not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost.
Well, this is where normally you all struggle.
That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
You have to smash. Everyone is here.
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Just one more for the lads.
Yeah. I think I'd like that. Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Secrets remain hidden. Mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready.
You ready?
It feels okay. The fears gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep. I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. Oh, the cursor's different. You are nothing at all. Oh. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure. Faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Gonna say we can't be nothing. We always get an achievement for this. Explore. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image of the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh, wow. So you're... Oh. Oh yeah, it seems to imply if we... ask, we lose pieces? What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an Ether, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Are you a part of me, or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
One vantage point it must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is? Yeah, and why? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess, why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
What is she? Said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
You want me to destroy the concept of transformation? How is that any existence any better than death? Or is it even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either.
You carry a part of what should be her, but she carries a part of what should be you.
Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Be alone. Oh, there's so many. They're all good questions, and yet... I mean, it's a good reason to make you want to play the game over and over again. Can I be alone? Different versions. Why couldn't you have told me this from the start?
If you actually knew what she was from the start, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
Oh. If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
What does that mean? I want to ask the ones that are questions. Are you a god, or were you a god?
No. In life, I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something. So I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
You made us? Out of what?
The cycle of life and death, the endless pattern of creation and destruction. I tore it in two and shaped the fraying threads into you and her.
Give me more. How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept?
With some amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you had destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through.
Death of the author. That was the achievement. Run out of questions. I think you're out of time. I mean, honestly, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. Achievement, the long quiet. All of this is you. The narrator is right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. A wise heart, bring the moment of clarity to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Hello.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Explore. Honestly, after the last princess we met, I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Rather is.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Hopefully we can slay the princess. There's so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. Absolutely.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic.
Fair. Oh,
But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart. and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Oh, wow. Explore. Address this vessel's statement directly. Oh. Wow. Wish I could share my heart with you.
But you already have in so many ways. It is beautiful and adored. When movement slows and the dust settles, I hope you'll leave with me. A thought is a vine, and some thoughts
This is
are
amazing.
bones that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
Address this vessel's statement directly. What do we have? Yeah, of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation. A shiver passes through me as unseen fingers dance across your skin. I remember the violence you inflicted on me, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours.
Oh, this is such an amazing way to tie everything together.
You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was used to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Without sin, there is no redemption. Without redemption, there can be no sin.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all.
Hi!
The arrow tries to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
Oh, why is this one red? I haven't actually looked. I want to see these other options. So we have address the statements directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation. But this isn't what any of this has been about. Reject your authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Reject your perspective. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender. I wanna... So we get the return from this. We have... I've no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better if destroying... Yeah, don't want to hide from the truth. I want to know what the sort of red option is. Because it was true.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you. You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dog. When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
There's often a sort of... I think about it... I like Telltale's games, is how do you make your choices meaningful like this? And Telltale often got a lot for the endings sort of being... for your choices not really mattering at the end. When you're able to incorporate them like this, even if the ending itself is like the pure ending, but being able to like incorporate them into the final boss battle. One of them sort of did that, and I really loved how this, for this has to be one of my favorite examples. Address this vessel statement directly. I miss when that was you. You were consumed by your own ego.
And through the lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful. That cold fire has left your eyes. Are you finally willing to listen?
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Okay, we still have so many options. But we still have the chance to explore. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I've slayed the prince, so what do we have? Can't let that happen. I can't let everything die, slay the princess. I was told there was enough of you and me to preserve meaning in existence. I'm gonna trust that's true. Slay the princess. Have to fight for a better world. Slay the princess. You're cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist, slay the princess. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you. I won't let you free. I don't think not making an answer worked out very well for this before. I like this one. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. I think you can... If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it.
Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Honestly, you have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Let's do it.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
The knife on the table.
Do you need me to describe things?
I'd like that for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Oh, I didn't even... In the windows.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Rip. I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Always been a part of us. Like the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Exactly. Into the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the stairs.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Exactly. All I want to sit with her. I don't think I want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
Are you same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Would resetting it do anything to help them? The people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
There's still quite a lot of achievements to find. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
Yeah. We'd have to decide to do this every single time. Forever. Eventually something is gonna be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
Isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
And I take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
So, as we brought the knife, we're locked into Slay. I trusted Hero there. I was actually thinking of not bringing it, but... Okay, then let's do it. I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Love you.
Oh, I love you too.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So chat. Like a few more episodes. They progress a little.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We'll keep going. The end of the world? What are you talking about? You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin. Voices in your head is an incredible credit. Not surprised. Well, it's good to see there's so many translators. I'm glad so many people get to experience it. It's Chinese, Spanish, Russian, Japanese, Polish, French. I didn't even get to see them. Locals. I want to see more. Max transformation, shifting mound movements, the apotheosis. Laundry bear. I want to see the gallery. Seems to be one of the most common endings. Can I ask how many other, roughly how many other princesses are there? Wednesday, spoons, and nubs. Our song, finish the game, the good ending doesn't count. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. I can go back into my stream. Now that you've finished the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked the gallery. You can access it from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab, and it's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting! Turn to main menu. Memories. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Beginnings and endings here in the princess. Spaces between. The end of everything. These are so cute. I click the. Oh, okay, yeah. There's all these options. Yes, are you the stranger? I'm kind of mad. This is like one of the ones I really want to go back to because I'm kind of mad I didn't get to see them. The nightmare. You're equal in combat. Armed. Feral captive. Actually, let's just look. The tower. Doubt the forces. Doubt forces the hands of fealty. The specter. There remains a violence free from hesitation. The nightmare. Fear locked away in the basement of your mind. It's funny getting the tower first as well, just for me, because it totally set me up to think that this is tarot themed. She's armed, isn't she? Fall to a feral captive. The witch, offering one hand while concealing the other. The stranger. A peek behind the curtains, likely far too soon. Free and abrasive prisoner. The damsel. Unquestioning commitment to the other. You need more space. A narrow cave is no place to fight and is no place to stay forever. Angels and demons are cut from the same cloth, and it's best not to deny a proud being. One might resist the divine, but it is very hard to kill a god. There's no shame in failing. It sounds like it could be a spin-off of the tower. Sometimes when you cut something out of you, a piece of you leaves with it. Kill your worst demons or be killed by the ghost of your past. Moan of clarity, bear witness to one's darkest fears. There are other ways to die to nature than let it swallow you whole. Become one with the princess in a very literal sense. May involve, but does not necessitate being eaten. The thorn. Redemption in the thickest of distrust. When you've seen the worst sights the prison of the world can offer, you can always choose to walk away empty-handed. There are many reasons spirits may linger. The flames of passion, the flood of words left unspoken. And you don't, one hidden behind my phone, you don't need the world for your happy ending. We can see all of these. Something locked. Damn both of you to an incomplete existence. But yeah, these are all in the stranger. Find the razor, find the prisoner, find the beast, find the damsel, find the witch. Okay. Find the tower. Beast, adversary. Get her to break her own chains. Always leave a means of easy egress. Everything would be so easy if you would just do exactly as I say as quickly as you can. Okay. An end of everything. Finish the game. Go back to work. Oh, this track is really good. Find your freedom is God's forever. And then even for seeing like these, there's still all these other locked ones. Just taking a peek. Fellow God. Damn, still a little moment of clarity. Yeah, I guess just before I talk, I mean, there's a couple questions I have for chat, and one would be, would chat like another couple streams for more endings? And yeah, and I'm not sure exactly. It's a little unclear to me. Oh yes, yeah. Feel like we got it. Okay, absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty unanimous. Okay, I could do a poll. But I think that's pretty. Certainly with the loop. Especially the Pristine cuts chapter 3s, they're all great. Yeah, that was sort of mentioned before. And I guess I didn't get any of them. The thorn was definitely very interested that I missed them for like the first 2 or first 3, I guess. But then seeing how they can sort of build on each other is really cool. I feel like general thoughts, it's a little hard given that we sort of looped. It was interesting going into it. You almost got the damsel one. Interesting. You managed to duck and dodge almost every bit of Pristine cut content, despite getting on the path to doing so at least 3 times in a row. What can I say? Oh, well, just as I played Fallout New Vegas as unmodified as possible, I want to experience the original first. There was... I guess I can leave it also for comments. I don't have to have everybody type everything in chat as well. Yeah, those final 2 routes, having the third parts were really good. Although the nightmare was... I could have done them in like a different order because the nightmare is exactly what I did. I was waiting for that extra sort of horror because I've seen stuff in like the like main images. I was waiting for a little extra, and that was sort of what I was expecting. It was, as I was saying during it, horrors. I have this like distant appreciation of horror. There's like part of me that's always wanted to like be able to experience something like Silent Hill 2 because it's such an influential game. I don't know if I could do visual novels a little different. I was listening to like reverse music again. As I said, has the reverse music effect ever been used for good? So it was cool. I was like, one good thing about the voice acting is I wasn't sure how well it was picking up, but I was like squinting and like only looking at the bottom of the screen to be able to not look too closely. But it's, I mean, jump scares, and I don't do well with jump scares. Obviously I'm pretty jumpy. I think as you saw, I think I was squeaking a bit. But yeah, the like repeating of the body part of the like heart, I don't remember the order. That was such a nice piece of like design work. Yeah, heart, lungs, liver, nerves. That was just fantastically executed. So there's always part of me that's like, in a way it's a good thing because it takes me out of it a little bit, because I'm like, oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. How'd they come up with that? And the other part is like, oh. Yeah, and the way it came together at the ending is like exactly what you want from like your decisions. Like even if like if there's, I know it said there was like from the achievement there's a good ending, just being able to have that like little debate and having your decisions earlier come back. Oh, the visual novel design is interesting to me. Like, I have to admit, I'm not like a huge I'm not like a deep visual novel player, but I'm interested in them from like a design perspective, like what you can do with the mediums. Yeah, I guess I'm just like generally interested in storytelling, whether it's like something interactive like a game, or like in film, camera angles, direction, editing, anything that's used to tell a story. I'm just like interested in all those design aspects. So like it did a lot that I really appreciated there. Music was great, voice acting's fantastic. Art, I love. I'm like amazed how well, like over most of the illustrations, they have that like little wobbly look, and how well it suits all the different sort of events. Like it's creepy. It's creepy with the nightmare, but then it can also like make the eyes like sort of wobble, for instance. Like that all works super well. It's hard for, I feel like I can't even fully talk about the plot itself. That one's a little hard. For me, because I still feel like there's a lot of unanswered questions, and I do like how they incentivize multiple playthroughs. The gallery here is a really nice, just being able to like see all these hints is really nice. Get shoved into a bottomless pit, like I can see their heart. Because I sort of knew there was a meta aspect. I mean, I think it sort of comes with the territory already from the narrator. Does sort of come, I'm trying to think of like, are there people that go into it without expecting it to be sort of commentary on something? With the very straightforward slay the princess. So in a way, it gave me a lot to think about. In a way, it was a little tough because I knew the meta aspect getting into it, but I didn't expect to be this genuine. 100%ed the game, at least. Oh, nice! Oh, 131. Because, like, right from the beginning, I was, like, trying to put stuff together, and there's some time, which is just what I like to do. That's just how I play games, and there was a part of me that was like, I just kind of want to just sit there and take it as it is a little bit. So it's hard for me to sort of, like, I'm looking at it from this, like, very outside lens. Sometimes I want it to be more into it, which is an interesting experience. And then there's also playing it while you have chat going on, and there's like, I need to come up with commentary, and when I'm not always the fastest at that, so it's always a very interesting. And thank you everybody. I think chat did very well there. Thank you for exactly what I wanted, like adding to things but not spoiling it. Everyone was really well behaved. Not that I normally have not well behaved people, but it worked well. Yeah, so I was trying to figure out this big meta aspect, because originally it was like commentary on like storytelling. They're both like, we're already sort of the hero, versus the villain, and then like the reflections of each. How does it all come together? It's one of those ones I want to go back and do the writing to see some of the like writing again, to see how it comes together, because it's I guess there's sort of like, until I like almost see the other endings as well, I can't really talk about it. I feel more compelled by like the smaller stories with the princesses than this really huge, overwhelming. I have to think about how I do this. As I say with a lot of games, I always need a little bit to sit on it a little bit before I can really explain my thoughts. And I'm sure this is the kind of game, which I won't do, but this is the kind of game, like after I went more into it, after I finished myself, really dig into other people's discussions. Because it's doing... There's so much going on here. Yeah, exactly as Cool Slide said, I feel like I need to see some more definitive endings to really put things in perspective a bit more. I'm like, I get we're both... There's a lot going on, is what I can say. And it wasn't... I mean, it's just sort of the nature of the writing as well. I wasn't quite as, like, clear on what's being... these points being hit on, but I think... Yeah, I'm just reading chat. Definitive endings do make things clearer, and the narrator conversations add a lot. Exactly, that's where I'm like, I want to have thoughts, but I feel like I can't quite yet, because it's... Even if there's like no right answers, there's definitely are answers there that I don't have. The game definitely plays with the player, priming them by saying this is a horror game, and a disclaimer followed by this is a love story. I love those like opening, having that at the beginning. Yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking as well. Straight, that was absolutely, now I feel a bit spoiled that I get to see a chibi, although these are really cute. I was so excited to see like The Stranger as a title, and yet I somehow did not manage to get there. Again, thorn. Oh, you can buy these as pins, cute. The thorn, I feel, because between these two are the ones I got like the part 3, or they are the part 3s, I guess. So it does have the most filled arc, most complete arcs. The thorn was the favorite, but I generally like the breaking the cycle of violence kind of thing. In the Thorn and Nightmare back to back was whiplash. It was whiplash. I wasn't sure. So yeah, is it like exactly what choices you pick that determines things? Yeah, I guess it is, like, because a lot... I need to, like, write down what I did. Very much your choices. Okay. I get... It was... Okay, I guess while I was thinking about that was at the beginning, I didn't realize there was part 3, so it's like, how many variations are there from these main things if we're just going from this dialogue. When I come in, I'll probably like write down what I did for the first one. I'm sure chat can make sure I'm not repeating stuff too much, guide me away. Don't want, no worries. I think not leaving with the princess. No, that makes sense to me. I think I was kind of grasping that. Just bringing the knife or not changes the prince's tone towards you. I'll definitely write down the things so we can go in. Okay, well, we're not done. I'm looking forward to doing more. So this will take the place of Fallout for a little bit, or maybe I'll push. I'm not going to stream this weekend. But I'll decide if we want to keep this same sort of. What? Yeah, I'll have to decide on the schedule. Sorry, I don't know yet. It just depends on a few things. I'm gonna be a little busier, I think, for the rest of the year, based on because of a few things. But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Yeah, certainly we'll do at least another playthrough, and then we'll see. Yeah, but thank you for joining me. I'm always really happy to have such a kind and supportive chat with everything. And as I said, I like storytelling. Just my biggest hope whenever I stream the games is if I can give a good experience for everyone else as well. Because people put so much work and love into these stories and games, and if someone wants to like relive the games, I want to be able to do that. Be a vessel for being able to do that as well. But super enjoying this and very happy to be doing more. Alright everyone, I hope you have a good rest of your week. And I will see you again pretty soon. Thank you all so much.